Yeah, welcome viewers. Hi, hello, very good evening. We are so happy to have you all again in yet another session on commodities from ICICI Direct. You've been noticing since many days, both in से देख रहे होंगे कि every month we keep coming up with webinars on live on YouTube or other platforms also for commodities specifically. So I wanted to stress on one point here that every Thursday, from now on, every Thursday, you will be seeing one commodity webinar coming up at this time, every Thursday from ICICI Direct. So every commodity enthusiast who is wanting to follow the gold, silver prices, the exchange traded commodity derivatives. What is the commodity market situation currently at India? What are the volumes trading being traded at MCX exchanges? This is the right platform for you to always be available. And today there's a special welcome for you all to this first episode of this series, Commodities, Insights, Trends and Forecasts. मैं just parallelly मेरा screen भी share कर रहा हूँ and I will try to have this session in English and Hindi so that everyone will be able to grasp कि मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ या बात करना चाह रहा हूँ commodities के बारे में. So today's session, the Commodities, Insights, Trends and Forecast, session number 1. इसमें as the title suggests आपको क्या क्या देखने को मिलेगा इसमें इनसाइट्स फ्रॉम द पास्ट 2 वीक्स. सो ये एक फोर्टनाइटली वेबिनार है, मतलब ऑल्टरनेट थर्सडेज को आपको मिलेगा. सो टुडे इज 14th यू आर सीइंग दिस सेशन. सेकंड सेशन विल बी ऑन 28th, अगेन अ थर्सडे. सो वंस इन एवरी 2 weeks यू विल बी एबल टू join this session. So हम हर एक सेशन में हम क्या करेंगे, we will first take the insights from past 2 weeks. That is commodities में specifically past 2 weeks में since it's the first session in the last month में क्या हुआ था, what were the fundamentals news which had majorly impacted the commodity prices. Then current trend prices अभी क्या चल रहे हैं, what stage each commodity is at. And then we will also give you a forecast for the next 2 weeks. हम क्या देख सकते हैं, what we can expect, what all news we can look at for the next 2 weeks. So that's what basically this session or this webinar series tries to do. तो भाई इस सेशन में एजेंडा में ओपन करता हूँ कि क्या क्या हम बात करने वाले हैं. बट बिफोर दैट आई एम ऑल्सो पैरेलली लुकिंग एट द यूट्यूब चैट बॉक्स. तो आपको जो भी क्वेरीज है उसमें आप डाल दीजिए. विल बी एबल टू आंसर योर क्वेरीज. वी ऑल्सो हैव माय कलीग्स पैरेलली लुकिंग एट व्हाट्सएप चैट, सो वो भी आपका आंसर्स देते रहेंगे, राइट. सो जस्ट क्विकली एंटरिंग इनटू द एजेंडा कि लाइक हाउ द फ्लो विल बी फॉर दिस सेशन. तो फर्स्ट हम डिस्कस करेंगे फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस क्या है for different commodities like gold, crude, silver, natural gas, copper. ये basic commodities लेके major commodities लेके हम उसका पहले fundamentals discuss करेंगे. And I am Arvind Jinka. My name is Arvind Jinka and I'm the product manager for commodities at ICICI Direct. And I will be covering the fundamental analysis part. Going ahead, fundamentals होने के बाद then there will be the technical analysis from the research analyst Anup Sahu. I also have Anup Sahu with me now. And towards the end, we will take up the question and answers also. But you can also parallelly keep posting in the WhatsApp chat. We will be taking those questions up. So now quickly entering into the fundamental analysis part. तो ये मेजर पॉइंट्स है जो रिसेंटली हुआ था, जो एक्चुअल में मेजर इम्पैक्ट किया था गोल्ड, सिल्वर या जनरल कमोडिटी चार्ट्स के ऊपर. सो फर्स्ट मेजर थिंग सबके ऊपर, इवन बिफोर आई टोल्ड, सभी के दिमाग में चल रहा होगा कि यूएस प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शंस कितना कमोडिटीज के ऊपर इम्पैक्ट किया था. तो एक हमारा रिसर्च रिपोर्ट भी रिलीज हुआ था रिसेंटली व्हिच स्पोक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर Trump's win case. So before the US presidential elections, gold prices all-time high, $2790. So okay. So after that, so what क्या situations थे तब which made gold prices hit so high? I will discuss specifically under gold. But ये US presidential election का after impact कैसा रहा? So if we look at this particular report, past weeks saw extreme high volatility in commodity and currency markets. Gold prices तो अभी almost 7.5% नीचे आ गए from its all-time high, and silver more than 10%, more than 12% prices नीचे आ गए silver में. इवन गोल्ड में तो द साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल बोलते $2,700, उसको भी ब्रेक करके अभी नीचे चल रहा है पॉइंट्स. So यूएस प्रेसिडेंट्स इलेक्शन के पहले ऐसा थॉट था कि इफ ट्रम्प विंस, ट्रम्प के पॉलिसी स्टैंसेस ऐसे रहेंगे कि दैट ही विल impose no tariffs on the tariffs on China's imports and all other countries imports. So उनका policy stances ऐसे होने वाले थे कि they will boost डॉलर इंडेक्स, डॉलर को स्ट्रेंथन करेगा. एंड इन जनरल आपको ये याद रखना है कि डॉलर एंड गोल्ड ऑलवेज मूव इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस. सो इफ ट्रम्प्स पॉलिसीज आर गोइंग टू बी helping डॉलर को अगर स्ट्रेंथ करने जा रहा है, so obviously gold will try to cool down, the gold prices and the silver prices, generally the bullion prices will try to cool down. जैसे एक्सपेक्ट किए थे वैसे ही एक्चुअल में हुआ था. So after seeing Trump's win, gold prices have been falling, gold and silver prices have been falling so much. ये एक्चुअली गोल्ड चार्ट आप देख सकते हो. दिस कैंडल इज द November 6th कैंडल, जिस दिन हमको इलेक्शन रिजल्ट्स आए थे. सिंस दैट डे वी कैन सी फ्रॉम दिस ऑल टाइम हाई वी कैन सी than 7.5% drop in gold. So currently all time high at MCX future में it was था कि close to 79,775 for 10 grams. ये gold futures की बात कर रहा हूँ. So now the price is running at 73,315, right? Similarly, if you look at the silver chart also, it still has the similar pattern. November 6 से अगर आप देखेंगे, it made this big red candle and then from there it's only sloping down. So that was the impact of US presidential elections. And then there is Fed's 25 basis points rate cut. तो सबको पता है था कि when US inflation was going up, parallelly Fed had started increasing its Feds, like all-time high Fed rates increase कर रहे थे. After many months, in the month of September, first time 50 basis points जब rate cut किए थे, we could see gold prices going up, gold and silver prices going up. तो जैसे सितंबर में 50 basis points किए थे, similarly again in the month of November they again cut 25 basis points. So we can say वो एक मेजर पॉइंट था, बिकॉज एटलीस्ट 25 बेसिस पॉइंट्स रेट कट किए थे, इसलिए गोल्ड का इतना भी ज्यादा फॉल नहीं हुआ. मे बी दिस 25 बेसिस पॉइंट्स कट वाज नॉट देयर, गोल्ड सिल्वर प्राइसेस और भी नीचे गिरा होगा, maybe possibly. And then the third thing is China's economic stimulus. So what is the China's economic stimulus? Since we have been looking at the news, China का economic situation is not so good right now. So वो क्या कर रहे हैं? They are releasing money flow induce कर रहे हैं into the industrial sector, so that more industrial happenings will go. तो उसके लिए दे आर गिविंग डेट सप्लाई. सो उसी को चाइनाज इकोनॉमिक स्टिमुलस बोर्ड. सो दैट इज we are trying to improve the economic activity so that the commodities का demand फिर से बढ़ जाए. But the actual case is that it is not being sufficient. Every time when they are coming up with a stimulus, it is not being sufficient. So commodity prices और नीचे ही जा रहे. They are not getting that enough demand or the enough stimulus that they are expecting from China. So अभी commodity specific if we look at, हमको और clearly ये point समझ आ जाएगी. So bullion, as I was saying, in the month of October, it hit the all-time high of $2790. Okay, and when we see what were the three major points that helped gold hit its all-time high, the three major points. One is Middle East geopolitical tensions. वो तो everyday news में we are looking between Iran and Israel, the fights going on, the war situation going on. So that was one uncertainty, the geopolitical tension which was going on, which made gold prices, which supported gold prices. And then there is this uncertainty around US presidential elections. Before the presidential elections, there was this uncertainty which spurred up, which made gold prices to go up and hit that high prices. और उसके अलावा one more major thing is rate cuts by the major central banks. Central banks like US Fed, और उसके अलावा then there was European Central Bank also. ECB actually reduced rate cuts three times in the year 2024. So ऐसे मेजर ग्लोबल सेंट्रल बैंक्स क्या कर रहे थे, वो भी उनके रेट कट्स मतलब कम कर रहे थे. they were bringing more rate cuts. So that was also helping to boost the gold prices. So ये तीन मेजर पॉइंट थे which were majorly helping the gold prices and silver prices to go up. So when gold hit as high as 2790, silver भी parallelly highest price touch किया था $34.86. So whenever if we are speaking with someone, हमको बोलना चाहिए कि गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर प्राइसेस का मेजर इम्पैक्ट ये हुआ था, ग्लोबल रीजंस. एंड वी एट इंडिया वी आर प्राइस टेकर्स फॉर गोल्ड और सिल्वर. वी ओनली मिमिक द प्राइसेस दैट हैपन इन द ग्लोबल सिचुएशन. ग्लोबल सिनेरियोस में जो भी हो रहे हैं, जो प्राइसेस चल रहे हैं, वही प्राइसेस हम एमसीएक्स में देख पाएंगे और इंडिया में देख पाएंगे. सो we will have to have a follow-up of these fundamentals with respect to gold and silver, which actually impacts our gold prices here also, right? So अभी silver का specific points और भी अगर देखेंगे, gold के अलावा silver को there is more industrial demand also. Gold is a primarily a jewelry metal, and it is also used for investments. Silver का jewelry and investments के अलावा उससे भी major, उससे भी 3 times ज्यादा डिमांड कहाँ पे रहता है? इंडस्ट्रियल डिमांड में रहता है. So industrial demand is one major thing that drives silver prices. And even yesterday there was a report from the Silver Institute saying that since 2021 silver has been in a deficit. There is whatever major global supply हमको मिल रहा है, and जो demand हम चाह रहे हैं through the industrial demand or for the jewelry, silver jewelry, etc. So the demand is getting more and more since the last 4 years. So we have been last 4 years. So we have been in a deficit since the last 4 years with respect to physical silver. So ये इंडस्ट्रियल डिमांड पर्टिकुलरली दिस यूज्ड इन द सोलर पैनल्स. सिल्वर के और भी अलग अलग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एप्लीकेंट्स में भी यूज सिल्वर, वो भी आगे जाके मैं बताता हूँ. बट this is the primarily industrial demand that is required for silver. And उसके अलावा again economic stimulus. So because it is being an industrial metal, silver का ये economic stimulus में भी impact रहता है. Similar to base metals. So the China's economic stimulus is helping to boost the industrial demands, which will also have an impact on silver prices, right? So अभी ये bullion का specifically I will try to show you a presentation. इसमें क्या क्या major points अगर आपको देखना पड़ेंगे for understanding the fundamentals. तो जैसे बुलियन का मैं बोल रहा था, इट इज वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट ट्रेडेड कमोडिटीज. ये इन्फ्लेशन हेज में यूज करते हैं. इट्स अ सेफ हेवन एसेट. हिस्टोरिकली इट हैज इनवर्स रिलेशन विद स्टॉक्स एंड आल्सो विद द डॉलर प्राइसेस, स्टॉक्स, बॉन्ड्स, करेंसीज एक्सेट्रा. सो ये अलग अलग डिमांड सेगमेंट्स है गोल्ड के. तो गोल्ड के तो ऑलमोस्ट 50% इज ज्वेलरी में. उसके अलावा 25% क्लोज ये इन्वेस्टमेंट्स में हो जाएंगे, राइट? सो ये यहाँ पे ये जो टेबल में आपको पॉइंट्स दिख रहे हैं ना, यूएस फेड फंड रेट, इन्फ्लेशन, सेंट्रल बैंक बाइंग सेलिंग, जियोपॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन, से ये ऑल दीज फैक्टर्स हमने अभी एक्चुअल न्यूज में अभी देखे थे. सो इट इज दीज पॉइंट्स दैट एक्चुअली इम्पैक्ट द गोल्ड प्राइसेस टू गो पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव. एंड गोल्ड वॉलेटिलिटी अगर आप देखोगे एवरेजली ऑन एन एवरेज इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर में स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम अप्रैल टिल अक्टूबर ऑन एन एवरेज एवरी डे क्लोज टू 1%, 0.92 क्लोज टू 1% आपको प्राइस मूवमेंट दिख ही रहा है. If price was close to 77,000, आपको at least 770 rupees का price movement every day almost दिख ही रहा है. That's how gold has been volatile in this year. तो parallelly अगर silver पे अगर आप देखोगे, it is also a precious metal, but most demand in the chart, if you see, close to 60% silver demand is into industrial segment, industrial side. So actual jewelry demand कितना आ रहा है? Approximately 70% only. Then there is physical investment, which is 18%. उसके अलावा silverware है, photography है, and there are other photovoltaic cells है. So there are other demand segments which have which require silver, but primarily it is a industrial metal. So इसीलिए आप right side box में देखिए यहाँ पे factors. The primary factors are industrial sector, the base metal price correlation, and also the demand for jewelry. So these points also we saw in the news in the last few days. अभी गोल्ड का हमने देखा कि 0.92% का अप्रोक्सीमेट एवरेज डेली वॉलेटिलिटी चलता रहा, बट सिल्वर इज क्लोज टू 1.77%, क्लोज टू 2% एवरेज डेली वॉलेटिलिटी, right? So this is how more volatile that silver has been comparison to gold. So gold से भी silver is more volatile, price movings happen more highly. There's one more point that I missed to mention here, which is gold silver ratio. So gold silver, we try to think that they almost move in the same direction or in the same manner, but still there is something called gold silver ratio which is actually going down. So abhi it is close to 80, the gold silver ratio. So gold silver ratio मतलब कुछ नहीं, गोल्ड प्राइस डिवाइडेड बाय सिल्वर प्राइस फॉर द सेम क्वांटिटी। तो अगर गोल्ड 1 kg का प्राइस ले लो देन डिवाइडेड बाय सिल्वर 1 kg प्राइस। सो जब अब क्या होता है, अगर गोल्ड से भी सिल्वर का प्राइस बहुत फास्ट इंक्रीज हो रहा है, सो ऑब्वियसली क्या होगा, गोल्ड सिल्वर रेशियो नीचे आ जाएगा। सो नाउ at current point the gold silver ratio is as low as 80, close to 80 again. So even this year, analysts are saying that silver will again outrun gold prices. It is so आगे जाके अनूप साहब will be able to add more points on this. And उसके अलावा this just quick contract specs what are available in MCX. Gold, gold mini, gold guinea, gold petal. ये different trading units के specific contracts है which you can trade at MCX. Then next I will move it to energy commodities, crude and natural gas. So अभी crude and natural gas के लिए particularly again क्या देखना चाहिए? First thing, crude oil, again it has a direct relationship with the dollar strengthening. So dollar strengthening will again bring down the crude oil prices. बट ये ऊपर के 3 पॉइंट्स देखिए एनर्जी में, एक तो जियोपॉलिटिकल रिस्क हो गई इन द मिडिल ईस्ट विच विल एक्चुअली इंक्रीज द क्रूड ऑयल प्राइसेस, राइट? एंड देन ओपेक का डिलेड प्रोडक्शन इंक्रीज. OPEC had discussed on a increase of their production, million barrels per day में calculate करते, we discuss in million barrels per day the crude oil production, and OPEC plus had wanted to increase the production, but उसको by 1 month delay कर दिया गया था, which was supposed to happen in November. It was moved to the month of December. So there is a 1 month delay of production increase. So again, this is also going to have a positive impact on prices, right? And then there is also demand and inventory data coming from EIA, which says अभी crude oil का inventory levels is below 5-year average करके बोले. So ये तीनों points are will actually have to have a positive impact on the prices, but still the dollar strengthening was had so much impact on crude oil that crude had to also lose its stance, coming as close to 5,782 per barrel now. And the fourth point is with respect to natural gas. अभी hurricane season आया था recently, which actually had an impact on the natural gas production. That's one point. And natural gas का एक primary requirement है, बहुत major requirement है, is for heating or cooling purposes. In the Western countries, winter months में टेम्परेचर बहुत कम हो जाता है कि रेसिडेंसेस प्राइमरीली नेचुरल गैस प्रेफर करते टू हीट, राइट? सो विंटर्स में एंड अगेन इन समर्स में बहुत हॉट टेम्परेचर्स में अगेन दे यूज नेचुरल गैस फॉर कूलिंग डाउन द टेम्परेचर्स. सो ये दोनों एक्सट्रीम टेम्परेचर्स में नेचुरल गैस इज प्राइमरीली यूज्ड फॉर दिस. सो इन द अपकमिंग विंटर, so there is this upcoming winter season, and there was also this hurricane season which impacted the production of natural gas, which both had a positive impact on the natural gas prices. So ये natural gas का chart है, you can see unlike the other commodities which were majorly impacted by the dollar prices, natural gas में you can see actually prices going up because of the demand concerns and the upcoming winter season. So this was with respect to the energy commodities. These were the fundamentals with respect to energy commodities. And then finally coming down to copper. Copper again was weighed down by Trump's victory. Again, why is it so? As we said, dollar strengthening will have a negative impact on the commodity prices. Again, Trump's policies were mostly said to be, ज़्यादा tariffs लगाएंगे for China's imports. I'll show this particular report also, जहाँ पे Trump wanted to, this point. During the campaign, Trump said that he would impose tariffs of 10% on imports from all countries and 60% or more from goods from China. So he had, so according to Trump, he wanted to impose more and more tariffs on the Chinese goods comparatively. So such cases is having a difficult situation with respect to Chinese demands. China is one of the major demanding country और मेजर कंज्यूमर्स फॉर मेनी कमोडिटीज लाइक क्रूड ऑयल हो गया, बेस मेटल्स हो गया, इवन गोल्ड सिल्वर हो गया. China is one of the largest consumers of major commodities. So any demand or supply impact, economic impact from China will have positive or negative impacts equally on the commodity prices, right? So base metals का one of the major consumers होने की वजह से, and with Trump's victory, since there is a cloudy situation with China, then the prices weighed down on copper. Again, the disappointing stimulus from China. तो चाइना के हम स्टिमुलस की भी बात कर रहे थे. They have unveiled a debt package of 10 trillion yuan, which they thought was not sufficient or was considered disappointing. तो उसके वजह से भी copper prices have also been falling down in the last few days. So going ahead, इसके एक्चुअल फोरकास्ट क्या है अभी? रिसेंट रिपोर्ट्स, हम हमारे जो मंथली रिपोर्ट्स आते हैं, डेली रिपोर्ट्स आते हैं, वी कम अप विद पाइवट लेवल्स, द रेजिस्टेंस एंड सपोर्ट लेवल्स. बट इवन आई हैव पोस्टेड सम लेवल्स ऑन द पर्सनल लिंक्डइन पोस्ट एंड ऑल. बट आप देखोगे तो जिस दिन पोस्ट कर रहा हूँ, बाय द नेक्स्ट डे दैट सपोर्ट लेवल्स आर बीइंग ब्रोकन एंड न्यू सपोर्ट लेवल्स आर बीइंग क्रिएटेड, राइट? सो गोइंग अहेड विल जस्ट सी टेक्निकल पार्ट में क्या चार्ट्स एंड प्राइस लेवल्स बता रहे from Anup Sahu. Anup Sahu will now take up the stage. He will show you the charts and he will help you with the resistance and support levels. Over to you, Anup.
Yeah, thank you, Arvind. Thank you, Arvind. Am I audible now?
You're audible. You're clear.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Yes. Let's start with first of all, we start with gold. We see this year prices has already rallied like almost 30 to 35% in COMEX. My screen is visible, Arvind?
No, we can see only. Your screen is not shared.
Just a second. Just a second. Is it now visible?
Yeah, it's visible now. Yes, you can go to on slideshow.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. So, this year gold particular it has almost rallied like more than 30 to 34%, almost 35%. But recently there is a big correction. If you look at the charts, you can clearly see there was a rising channel. And last week only we saw a big correction, like almost a total of around 6% correction in gold prices. This is the spot gold chart. I'm showing it, and it is a weekly chart. You can see that like from 20 to 90 levels to almost 2790 or 2800 levels, it has rallied within from July to till November. And 2 weeks of time, within 2 weeks of time, it has already come down to below 2600. Now, if we see the total rally and we just draw an Fibonacci retracement, then the first support right now comes around 2540 level. This is a 50% retracement of the total rally from 2293 to 2790. Now, after that, we have next major support something around 2480. But I believe the major support for gold will come at around 2450, which is the 200-day moving average in the daily charts. So if and all prices if stays below 2600 for one more week, then we can see like in this month also some healthy correction in gold prices. But I feel 2450 is a very good support level. This is a multiple support zone. From there again we can see some good recovery towards the end of the month or in the month of December. Next chart is of silver. We can see this is a silver daily chart. I'm showing it because there was a pattern. There is a triangle breakout in silver. You can see that if we just calculate the target of this triangle, it is almost met something near around $35. After that, there is a correction. Right now, today it is hovering around near $30 mark. Next level will be something around 2930. This is again 200 moving average for spot silver. Okay, so if it comes around those levels 2930 or near around 2900, again I expect prices to stop and we expect some recovery from here out. But majorly it will take time to move further, like to make a new high. Before making new high, I'm expecting prices will consolidate near around $29 levels. In domestic prices, if you'll see, right now it is something near around what it is something near around from here almost 3 to 4% correction from here. 87,000. We can say that uh, 85,000 or 84,000 will be the level if you see in domestic market. So I think those who are likely to invest or to buy, then they can accumulate around those 85,000 or 84,000 levels. That will be very good support levels in the near term. And from here on, like after that, again, one can expect till 94 or 95,000. But yes, a 1 lakh level is a psychological mark, as we know that. So once if it breaches that level, then we can see some new highs. Otherwise, I would say a correction, a consolidation, and after that we can say some recovery. This is silver technical charts. Now let's discuss something on crude oil. You can see crude. Uh, yeah, crude is mostly in a very narrow range since 6 months of time. It is in a descending triangle. It is forming a descending triangle. Multiple support zones are near around something around 5500, 5400. Whenever it hit those levels, very next session or very next week, it has recovered multiple, like 3 4 times since April 2024. And on the upside, it is totally like immediate resistance something around 6500. That will be the key resistance. If it breaks above 6500, then only we can expect some good rally towards 7000. Otherwise, I don't think it will move, or it can break or move beyond that. Otherwise, I'm expecting only consolidation. In descending triangle, when it forms this triangle pattern, most probably it breaks on the downside. So if it breaks below 5500, if it breaks below 5500, then we can say that the trend will be negative and it will correct further. In NYMEX, if you look at NYMEX, if you'll see, it is in between something around 64 65 levels on the downside, and on the upside it is near around 77 or $78. So this will be the broad range. So I would suggest traders to do like trade within the range, keep the range in mind and play accordingly. Natural gas, I hope charts are visible to everyone. Is it clear, Arvind? Are you there?
Yeah, charts are visible. Someone in the chat had mentioned
The
to
charts are
make it
not
white
clear.
background.
Okay, white background. Okay.
But these are, I believe, screenshots. But going ahead, when you were showing the
Okay, I will
chart, you
go
can
through
clarify.
the white background charts. Just please go
Okay.
through this first. Let's discuss something after that. Okay, this chart is of natural gas. This is a weekly chart, natural gas, MCX. Uh, since last even since March or April, natural gas prices are mostly under pressure. It has not moved above 280 or 260. Even it is making very range bound movement. Even it went till 170. After that, it has recovered. Now, right now, it is near around 250 levels. So you can see that in the chart. Uh, this is a falling trend channel, and multiple times it has tried to move beyond 250 or 260, but it failed. But this time it is making higher lows, which is a good sign. And on the weekly charts, there is a formation of piercing pattern. This indicates uh, reversal, we can say that. But for that, it has to break above 260 to the previous top. This is 261 level in M6. If it breaks above this level, then we can say good recovery rally like 280, even 300. This is this chart of natural gas, so one can look, but I would say 190 will be a very strong support. Those who are like want to hold for a medium term, then that will be the stop loss. Very near term people, I would suggest 220 will be the stop loss, and they can hold till 260. Only about 260, I'm expecting a bullish rally. Otherwise, it can fall down because fundamentals are still right now not that supportive. The stocks are still high. Only what happened last month, the production numbers are slightly below because of the hurricane season. So that's why prices went up. Next, I will show you the chart of copper. Just a second. Yeah. Is it visible now, copper? Can you see? One second.
Yeah, prices are visible actually.
Yeah. Yeah, this chart is clear. This is
This is
copper.
clear. Yeah.
Yeah, this is copper chart. It's a daily chart, continuous chart. Uh, second. Yeah. See, there is a trend line support right now of copper near around 784. Okay, so it has already like fallen from 862 levels to 786, 790 levels. I think is a very good strong support levels. In LME, if you would also say 80, 800, 80, 900, these are also support levels. Many times, like since this year, it has already recovered from those levels quite a couple of times. So if 784, 780, these levels hold, then I'm expecting at least a short covering rally from here. And but yeah, 820 will be the major resistance right now for near term. This is for chart of copper. And let's see something on the weekly chart if you want to look at for copper. Just a second. Yeah, this is weekly copper chart. Yeah. See, there is a formation of bearish dark cloud cover. So after that, there is a correction and it has corrected almost like from 940 to 770. Now this is also a phase of correction phase, we can say that. But similarly, I will repeat again, 784 or 780, if it breaks, then we can see even 765 level. So I would suggest clients or traders to keep a stop loss of near around 784 or 780 in the near term. uh, Arvind, would you like to anybody who's seeking for silver? Mostly, I think people are looking for silver mostly. So let's discuss something more on silver. Is it
Yes,
anybody
yes.
ask?
We have to delve upon the silver
Yeah,
also.
just a second. Yeah, this is MCX silver prices. Right now, you can see that 87. This is a weekly chart. Yes, आप देख सकते हैं. Can you see that this rally from 78,000 to 1 lakh, it has already retraced 61.8% right now, 86,600. So for like today or even for this week, 86,600 will be a very strong support. If it holds, then we can expect a good recovery. So those who are like traders, like who are 1 or 2 day traders, I would recommend them to keep a stop loss below 86,400 or like 500 and expect a recovery towards 89,000 or 90,000 maximum. If it breaks 86,600, then definitely there will be more corrections in prices. I think somebody is asking about crude. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, crude. Yeah. See, crude broadly, crude is totally, we can say that prices are being managed indirectly because OPEC plus OPEC and Russia, they are trying to uh, support the prices. They have reduced their output, and even they delayed their production hike from December to January. Because of lower prices, they are doing so. Even right now, prices are at lower levels, near around $70. Still, they would do the same thing if prices stays below $70 because they don't want prices to go down. That will hurt their economy. That will be the supply side thing that I'm talking about. If we talk about demand perspective, Main demand concern is from China because since last 6, 7 months or 8 months, if you look at the China's import numbers, it is constantly declining. OPEC, even in his latest reports, monthly reports, this is latest reports. They have also mentioned or forecasted like the demand from China will like reduce going on. So that is the concern. China is the major concern. Because of that only prices are staying low. On the other hand, if you'll see from US, the demand is quite even. It is there is no such concerns. Only yes, the stronger dollar because of this Trump election win and the strength in the dollar. Because of all those factors, prices are staying low at current levels. And other thing, if you'll ask, the refinery margins are right now improving, and crude oil production in US also is it's not it's also improving. It is quite at good levels. Demand from the refiners are good. The crack spread has also improved a bit. So that is a thing that will support prices. But the main thing is that what will happen in next month, that is there is a key meeting of OPEC. In that they will also give us like what will be their plan in the coming in the coming quarter, like first quarter of 2025. That will give us a brief good knowledge on that. So but I would suggest on the front of charts, play in the range, because last 6 months it is in a range. I would not go beyond that. If there is any thing like correction or breakout, then we can play. Otherwise, I would recommend to play in a range. That is what the view for crude oil.
Yeah, I think you had majorly covered that crude oil question.
Yeah.
So major concern was that both sort of reports are coming nowadays. That is,
Yes.
inventory is also going down, and
Yeah.
there is weak demand also.
Yes. OPEC report, if any. Yeah. Hello, Arvind is.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
You're audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're audible now.
Yeah. OPEC report recently released. One can go through their, if you want to look at the reports, one can go through the site. Even today or tomorrow, we can get the IEA report and EIA
It is
report.
today, I think.
Today and
published IEA.
yes, two reports will be there. So you can also check on that if anybody want to be, go through the numbers.
So maybe we can consolidate all these three reports, that is OPEC, IEA, and EIA. We can consolidate and come out with our, a summary also, and
for the
post
next
on our pages.
Yeah, that will be done.
Yeah, and also today there's also crude oil inventory data from US that will be at around 9:30. So we will have to have a look on that also. And there was just looking for any other questions in the chat.
Yeah, anything.
There's just one general question on why currently market is going down in general.
Yeah, it's all because of the election. US elections are over, and the dollar has rallied because everybody is expecting that the new government, or you can say that Trump will go for major changes in policies, and he will hike tariffs and all that. So because of those concerns, we can see some good correction in commodities, mostly because as we know that last time he also did raise tariffs on imports from China and all that. So this time also, because his election, before that election, he also recommend, like, a main speech of his election was that he will hike all that, and he will boost the domestic economy by reducing taxes and all that. So these are things that will uh, like because of those things, inflation will go high. So dollar has rallied, yields are went up. uh, because of all these things, we can see good correction or like healthy correction in commodity sector.
Yeah, and I know, I believe that whatever the market is, however it is reacting now to the Trump's win, it is only a reaction of or mimicking his previous first term activities. So how Trump used to be, or and how his policies were in the first term. So the market is only mimicking those responses. So until and unless Trump again assumes office in the month of January, on January 20th, and he will give us some clarity about his policy stances with more clear data. So only then we will be able to get into
Yes.
understand how markets will actually behave. And also even Fed, they are looking forward to
Yeah.
cut down prices, or they are thinking to take a hold. So that will also depend on Trump's clarity after he takes office.
Right.
And just how Indian prices calculation done, and what is major time of fluctuations. Uh, I believe इसका major Indian prices मतलब they mimic the foreign prices only. For example, gold and silver, comics में जो gold and silver trade हो रहा है ना US में, उस prices को mimic करेंगे. And when it comes to base metals, copper, aluminum, etc., वो LME के prices को mimic करेंगे. So however prices move there, we just mimic those prices, along with the dollar movement, USD and for gold and silver it is 9x. तो वो प्राइसेस आप वो इंटरनेशनल प्राइस को आपको ट्रैक करना पड़ेगा, which is what is mimicked in the Indian prices. Mr. Monish Patel, weekly reports, I think it is updated अभी 11th November का आपको report दिख रहा होगा. I suggest you to go through it. Currently it is there, it is live, and we are coming out with the weekly reports. It is there on the website and app, you can go through it. Yeah, if there are any other questions, we can wait for some more time and take any more questions if we have. Meanwhile, Anup, you have anything else to add on? There was someone who was asking, please tell something about gold.
Gold, particularly, I would say again the same thing. I would say just wait for some time. Let the fall stops, like let the correction stops. Something in domestic levels, I would suggest 72,000. Wait till 72,000. I would better don't buy currently. Wait till 72,000, even something near around 71,500 or those levels. If those levels come, then one can look for enter near around 72, 71, or who's short to medium term investors, they can like near around 72, they can accumulate something and wait till 70,000, max till 70,000. I would say those are very good levels, and from there we can expect some good recovery. But traders should maintain the stop loss of uh, below 70,000, or those who are short to medium term investors, I would suggest keep a stop below 67,000. But on the upside, yeah, we are expecting same 77,000 or 78,000 max still in next, like till next Fed policy, which is in December. December, I think second week is Fed
December
policy.
19th.
Yeah, December 19th.
So Anup, would you say would it be right time to start accumulating?
I would suggest, yeah,
wait for some more time.
I think wait a bit, because every day we saw new lows. We can't just premeditate this is the bottom. Yes, I would say, as I said in COMEX, in spot gold international, support is something near around 2450. If 2450 comes, then I would suggest to start accumulating. $100 from here, I think something around 4%. So any 4% correction from here will be a good point to enter in gold.
Okay, 4% correction from here.
Yeah.
Noted. And there were some queries for the weekly reports. Monish ji, there are coming up now. They are regular. Cooperation होने की जरूरत नहीं. You can get the weekly reports in the website as usual. And where we can see the crude oil expiry for tomorrow. where we can see the crude oil expiry. I don't know what you're trying to ask. आप website में charts देख लीजिए. We can do the trading tomorrow, till late evening. Please show ICICI Direct website. Venkat Ramana ji, this actually ये session सिर्फ educational concept में रखा गया था. Next week again Thursday we will come up with another topic. Maybe we will try to get an external speaker or we will be internal speakers. We will try to show the website then. जो भी tools है, जो भी charts है, जो भी trading कैसे करना है, we will try and discuss in the coming week Thursday. Yeah. Seems like no more questions. If I want to short copper, is it okay to short now or pull back up to what level? And closing based stop loss. एक question आया है अनूप.
Copper, I would not recommend to short at current levels because it is already like from 850 levels, it has come down to 784 or 785 levels. From here, I would suggest wait. Don't short here. Wait a recovery from here till I think 820 or maybe near around 820, 425. There only you can take a chance. But I would suggest just keep stop losses whenever you trade in commodities because these are like high volatility commodity market, and current levels I would not recommend to sell. If anybody want to buy at current levels, then I would suggest, because the risk is from here is comparatively less. Okay, so 780 stop or 778 stop, one can bet on that. Yes, but I would say from here I'm expecting first a short covering rally only. So you will play for that only.
Thanks for that. Just to quickly sum up what we discussed today, आपको fundamentals and technicals दोनों discuss किए थे, and for all the viewers आपको gold and silver prices और track करना है तो major fundamentals, major news ये देखिए कि China stimulus news और भी आ रहा है क्या, and then the Middle East geopolitical tensions का क्या status है वो भी देख लीजिए, and December 19th का Fed rate cut decision है. Keep an eye on that. उसमें भी again Fed rate and gold silver prices move in an inverse. It is considered to move inversely. So अगर rate cut किया तो it will be positive for the bullion prices. अगर नहीं किया तो और भी lower levels देख सकता है gold and silver. Right? And for crude oil, again, stimulus का ही देखिए, China if it is trying to increase
OPEC policy.
Yeah, and primarily OPEC का policy. Exactly. ये जो production increase को जो shift किया है January के लिए, that decision will have to have a view on. And then base metals again depends on China's demands only, China's demands only. So these are some major points that we discussed today. यही series इस series का second session will again come on 28th of Thursday, 2 weeks from now. But still, the next Thursday, the coming Thursday, we will come up with a different topic, with the different speakers, right? With a new topic. We will try to show the direct website also, as there have been some requests. Yeah, and thank you all, thank you viewers, thank you Anup, thank you Rishi for organizing.
Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.